yourself about 2 minutes. Just call, say hi to them, say their names and stuff.
I'm That's crazy though. So that's all their names. Hi. Oh my god. Not saying I look like my dad. We practically twins though, I mean. But hi. I kinda wanted to talk about something that I've actually been getting more spiritual lately. Hi. And it's like whenever I think of any of the Orishas, I think that they like sitting right next to me. Like if I'm sitting down watching TV, they on the couch right there watching it with me too. And it's like, let's see, the Orishas. One of them that I definitely see is Oshun. Oshun is the one that I always see. It's like I be feeling like she the one that be gossiping with me. Like if I'm just sitting on the couch watching TV, eating snacks, or scrolling through my phone, she'd be like, "Oh my God, did they just do that?" Oh, and it's basically like a little friend.
Oh, my stomach bubbling.
No, somebody just that was you. Oh
Told you
my
my
God.
stomach bubbling.
See.
All right. I
See.
saw. Go ahead and talk, man. You want to talk?
Lynn Divinity, tell us about her dreams. Uh, I think I had an interesting dream. Let me tell you something about a dream. Oh God, I might have to come back to that one later.
You can talk about your dream later if you want to talk. Talk.
Yes. Joya. Yes, it's like a literal personal relationship, and it's like, can this happen? Like, can they? I feel like they actual people sitting right by me, like my friends gossiping with me, and it's like, oh my God, this one thing that I did, and I didn't know it was disrespectful. I thought I'm just being nice. So I was over at my friend's house, and they had an altar of Oshun. And it was like by the window, sitting in the sun. I was on the couch, and I was eating some sunflower seeds. So I'm like, dang, she probably wants some sunflower seeds. So I give her a singular sunflower seed. A singular sunflower seed out of the jumbo bag of sunflower seeds. And I go tell them, I'm like, hey, I just gave them a sunflower seed. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But yeah, that was like, I did not know it was disrespectful. I'm like, oh my God, did I just disrespect her? Did I just, oh my Lord. I'm going, this is scaring me. That's how I start with him. I rather catch a vibe and
All right, I'm gonna stop. All right, go
I
ahead.
gotta give her 5. Yeah, hi. Oh my God. But I say the Orishas that I mostly see sitting with me is definitely Oshun. Legba. He's like a little old man with a cane. That's how I see him, as old man with a cane, just constantly talking to my son like, oh, I remember back when Ma used to do this. Or why do you do that? Why do you do that? Basically like a grumpy old man, but not grumpy.
What you
Yep.
trying to say?
What?
What you trying to say? Leg bar got them tattooed on me. You trying to call me grumpy old man?
Yes.
They think I'm nice.
But yeah. So Legba, Oshun, and hmm, I'm not exactly sure which other ones. Those are the ones that I'm sure of. That I noticed just sitting there, chilling with me on the couch if I'm watching TV, eating everything. And hey,
So let me ask you a question. Now, tell them about the time you saw the demon in your room.
Ooh.
I want them to and ask them the question because you know what I told you it was the lights.
Oh my god. So back when I was a kid, I'd say when I was in like second, thirdish grade or whatever, I used to steal a lot, mostly candy. Like my dad would buy candy, he set it up somewhere, and you already know I'd be in the kitchen taking me little pieces, thinking that what you not when I was a kid. Oh my god, when I was younger. But I'll be taking the little pieces, thinking he don't notice. Next thing you know, the whole bag gone in a week. You're like, Zamari, what happened to the can? I'm like, I don't know.
No, you done ate that shit.
Even tried to blame my brother, but
I'm too old to eat candy. Diabetic coma, but go ahead.
But yeah, so one night I had this weird dream. It started off like in the mall, like from the Amazing World of Gumball with that orange cat. I meant with the orange fish and the blue cat, and they jumped into the little ocean because a Justin Bieber poster was at the bottom. I don't even know why. I don't even like Justin Bieber, but a Justin Bieber poster was at the bottom, and I jumped in, and it started getting all dramatic, like the whatchamacallit. It's like
Justin Bieber, fuck.
but anyways, I started drowning, and I wake up like with my lungs just done, and I'm like I couldn't breathe. And so I'm looking around the room. I look up at my closet right in front of me, and I see a little girl laying on her stomach, hands on her little cheeks or whatever, kicking her feet basically. And you know, like those silhouette JPEG images, like if you look for a little girl laying on her stomach silhouette, you see it. She had the little high ponytail and everything. And
That
when
girl
I
had
tell
no
you,
hair on her head. I saw that little
yes, she
statue.
did.
That bitch had a oxtail knot for a pony. I saw it because you ran in my room and got me.
No, she had one of those little like preppy white girl ponytails that go up and it kind of got that little like curve.
Yeah.
That's what she had.
By the time I get in there, that bitch was in full demon form.
Right. Boy, that thing was gonna jump off that wall and get me.
That bitch
But
was full demon. Hell, left
yes,
my ass.
and oh my god, when I tell you, at first before I didn't want to wake up my dad because it was like what 12 at night, probably 1 or 2 in the morning, and oh my good lord, I moved the little light behind the TV because the extension cord will make light. I moved that, the shadow did not waver. I hit the blinds just in case lights was coming from outside. It did not waver. I turned the TV on and off. It did not waver. After that, I ran into my dad and like, Daddy! Daddy is trying to get me, Daddy! And I'm just, oh my God, little white girl. But yes, I was, no, that didn't get in the house, Aaron. Don't go. Oh my God, no, I'm pretty sure it got in the house because of me. Because I think a little bit earlier, I stole from one of the altars.
You was always stealing from them damn altars, man.
No, maybe I don't know. I just remember the one time and it was really bad. But anyways, after that, and he tried to convince me that it was the light from my TV or my little extension cord. I'm like, no, it was not. It was not, because I checked that. And oh my good Lord. I still thought about it every night from then on. I started getting better with the little smell and stuff. Man, I not do that again. He said that was a demon because it stole from you. Because I wasn't believing the extension cord story.
I didn't want to scare you at first. I'm like, oh Lord. And I saw the little demon girl on the wall and shit.
Yeah, right above the little
shadow.
closet.
And I remember when I saw the little blue extension cord that the light would catch. I like maybe it's the little cup she got or some paper. So I rubbed my hand by the light and the little bit was still on the wall. And I was like, then me and Eddie looked at each other. I'm like, man, just tell the girl it's a shadow or some shit so she can go to sleep.
Not Eddie.
And we all thought you were crazy, man. I was like, this little mother brought a demon in this house.
But yeah, man, I started getting so much better after that. Man,
Now, for all these people out there who tell them now about disrespecting the altar, I
Oh,
told them a while ago what it did to you. You tell it in your own words. I want them to hear
so
it. Y'all be
how
careful disrespecting altars.
how old were you when you first saw entities? I'm gonna answer this. I was like back in second, third grade. Well, that's when I saw the demons. I started noticing they chill with me when I was like, when I would go with my mom over the summer. Like I would just be by myself, just chilling on the couch watching TV, and they'd be right there, and I start seeing them a little. Like what you call it? One of them, I'm not sure. It was like a childish one. It would like peek into the living room and zoom away, and then peek a little and zoom away again. But
That was me checking on your ass for stealing candy.
oh my lord, you ain't allowed no candy in the house. I
I know,
had to
right?
do what I had to.
How y'all right?
But no, disrespecting altars. So I say this is when I was in about fourth grade now. Because I remember I was going to Heritage Prep or something like that. But back when I was in fourth grade, I wanted some money for some kind of event, whatever. And I seen $5 on one of the altars. I'm like, dang, I can use this. So I take it. I didn't spend it yet because I wasn't able to. So I go to school, come back home. That like, where the money at? I'm like, what money? What money you talking about? I don't know what you talking about. He like, what's Zumaya? Where the money at? Spirits told me you took their money. Where the money at? I said, I don't know. She said, all right. So a couple of days later, I start acting crazy. I'm scared to go into the bathroom because he had this shower curtain that had like a realistic red-eyed tree frog on it. And I was never scared of it before. You know, I always go in, take a shower, get out. But on that one day, like a singular day, probably a night after that, I started getting scared to go in the room and go use the bathroom. So I'm like, man, I'm over there like, I don't want to use the bathroom. Yeah, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. But there's this rocking chair with like two covers folded up on it. I had to go pee on that because I would not go into that bathroom. I was so scared. And it had me acting crazy too. Like I was paranoid, looking over my shoulders and everything. Until eventually he asked me again, Zamaya, I know you got that money. He like, why the room smell like pee? I'm like, I don't know, probably the cats. It was not the cats. He figured it out. And I put the money behind the toilet bowl trying to say, oh, look, I found the money. Yeah, look, I found the money behind the toilet. Man, he ain't buy that. But yeah, I was in trouble. And oh my God, that was the worst experience of my life. I ain't never touched nothing on them altars again. I ain't never touched nothing on them altars again. That thing had me crazy.
Yeah, and cause I was at work. I was at work, and all of a sudden, I'm like, I got a blur, I got a flash in my eyes, and the leg bar was like, she took my money, and I'm
Oh,
like, who took your money? And I'm like, why the fuck are you flashing me about $5? So
not about
I was like,
$5.
oh my god, somebody done took this entity's money. So I rush home and I look at the altar, and boom, the money wasn't there. Zamaya, where is the money? I don't got it. I say them things don't. I say them things can't tell the difference from a kid and an adult disrespecting them. They just see light force energy. Give me this money. 2 3 days, she kept that money. She was going crazy, peeing on everything. I'm like, the bathroom right there. Why are you pissing in the chair on covers? She was like, couldn't eat. Couldn't sleep. And she finally gave me the money, and I made her go and put the money back on the altar. And she had to apologize, and I made her burn a candle and apologize to them and pray to them every day until they
Mm.
moved and they stopped messing with her. But they was gonna drive my baby girl crazy.
Well, yeah, that had, oh my God, that had to be the worst experience ever. But yeah, I think he cool with me now. Yeah, I mean, no hard feelings. I gave him back the money and whatever. Yeah. Whew.
That was long ago. He didn't mess with you. That was so
Mm.
long ago. But yeah,
Oh my God.
so everybody, this may be funny. So when I first started doing the little spiritual, let my kids know that I was into tarot, magic, spiritually, because I kept it a secret. My two oldest sons, they was like, "Oh, daddy in that little demon room," and they were kind of rough on me.
As
But
you
Jemima
should.
was pretty nice. I mean, granted, she probably picked at me too here and there with them. I don't know, but she was pretty nice. But then she started getting into it, and she started telling me about her dreams and her gifts and what she was doing and things of that nature. But I want you to explain to them how passionate you are when you hear stories of people being hurt, or I tell you stories of my childhood and you go to crying because you're reliving those people's lives for them and I have to break you out of it. I mean, explain to them how you inherit this empathic gift.
Oh my God. So I would say I started to notice it when I was younger or whatever. And like I'll be hearing all my friends talking about, oh, I'm finna get a whoop when I get home and all that. And I'm like, oh. And then like they was like scared of the whoopings too. Like, elementary kids getting a whooping, like one or two hits. I'm not gonna say that's what's going on. But I would start crying. I'll be like, oh, I don't want you to get in trouble. Oh, oh my God. And then, dang, there was this
Mr.
one good
Mr.
example.
Mr. Anubis say, have you had the water dream?
The water dream.
Do you know what that's about? Have you had any dreams with water? Drowning, going underwater, other than to get a fucking Justin Bieber poster. What the hell that's about? I mean, you could have made it a poster of your daddy, a picture of your
Oh my
daddy under the
God.
water. You go to the weirdest little white kid on music.
I don't think I've had a water dream before of me drowning. It was mostly me just, if I did have a water dream, it'll be just me swimming at the bottom of the pool and not being able to come up. But like, it wasn't like I was drowning or panicking or nothing. I kind of felt like a stingray, just like at the bottom. The air pressure was keeping the water in my lungs and everything. So I'm just like, yeah, do 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 do, just swimming on the floor. But that's about as it as I would get with water. I never really had any aquatic dreams. Oh, most of my dreams were like deja vu. I kind of forgot what the thing was or what I had deja vu of, but I would have dreams like 1 week in advance before it happens. And right in the middle of it happening, I'm like, hey, yo, bro, I seen this in a dream. I could have. And then I'm over here in my brain guessing what's finna happen next. I'm like, all right, so that lady, she finna get up and she finna start singing for some reason. And I'm at lunch, I'm just chilling. I'm like, maybe it's not. I'll continue eating. And she starts singing. I'm like, huh? What? And it's just, oh my God. It was just so weird. Because it's like, I would always have deja vu a week before something bad happened. Because usually I don't have it over every little thing. It was usually like the scenes that they show me, or guessing they show me, it's more or less like a day or two before the actual juice happens, the actual meat of the problem happens. Like I was having problems with my boyfriend and I had a little dream or whatever of me and him just chilling and this girl coming up trying to be friends with us and me feeling jealous. So I'm like, anyways. I'm like paranoid for like 3 days. Like, what if this happens after that? I'm like, oh no, never mind. So a week later, I'm starting to notice little bits of the dream. I'm like, hey, bro, I seen this in a dream. Oh my God. So 2, 3 days later, she reveals that she loves him. Not that she likes him or has a crush on him. No, 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 no. That she loves him. She specified love. Mm-mm. Mm. What?
Who's this, Tristan?
Yeah.
Which one?
Dark skin.
Skinny arm jit?
Skinny heart.
So you having passion dreams about this
Oh my God.
somebody liking that skinny ass boy?
Yes, and it really happened. The girl name was Milo, and I guess they
Don't
were
name drop,
friends.
man.
What? I don't care. No, 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 no. I know I'm not supposed to hold grudges. Forgive everybody, but I will not forget that little girl. No, I won't. Cause what she did, it was crazy. I don't care if you call it. If you tell him, oh, I like you, or I like you, or this. But the thing is, after she told him, she kept on advancing to him, and he over there rejected him because I'm like seeing this. I have eyes all over the school, and I'm over here seeing this. I'm like, why does she keep going? What? It was a white people school, like a little bit of black people. And, you know, I was friends with all the white girls, you know.
Race is this important in your school?
Yes, Dad.
The fuck?
You should have been there, Dad.
I don't want to go to your little racist school.
80% of the population was white people smoking vapes. The police officers confiscated so many vapes that they literally made a whole either TikTok, Insta, or Twitter account showing 2 huge Ziploc bags full of vapes about this big. There was probably 1 or 2 wheat pens, but Ziploc bags this huge full of vapes.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
That's what the hell y'all worry about. White kids smoking vapes and some girl trying to take your little skinny ass man. Oh,
you gonna stop calling him skinny. Hey. But yeah, whatchamacallit. So she kept on going, and then one day she had one of her friends tell me a rumor that she started. She said, oh yeah, we was in a weightlifting room together, and you know, we were just smoking weed and chilling or whatever. She had her friends say it just like that, like they was in the room, and she said that they had sex, and I'm like, what?
The skinny arm, you trying to tell me the skinny arm screwed this girl who say...
That's what she said.
Did he do it?
No.
Is that when you called me asking the terror read for it or some shit?
No.
Oh,
No. This not that one. Whatchamacallit, I handled this one by myself. But she said that, so I, of course, confront him. I'm like, so what's this I hear about you in the weightlifting room exactly on February 18th? Because she was finna...
Jesus Christ.
I dropped the date and everything. He couldn't lie. So he said, no, me and her. This was before we started dating or whatever.
I'm gonna say, be careful what the fuck you tell me, because next time you call that phone, it's gonna miraculously be blocked. So you better not be playing my baby now.
I'm not. I was not having no dude playing me at that school, because I did not want to be played for a fool in an all-white school. That rhymes. But anyways, I asked him and he tell me we was just in there. She wanted she brought a weed pen and I wanted something. I'm like, okay, you smoking? He's like,
did you smoke the weed pen?
It wasn't me.
Oh, I'm gonna say,
no, it was
him. Smoke my motherfucking weed pen.
It was him and the girl, and he telling me, and he say that she was wearing a skirt, and she's like, oh, I'm so tired of my boyfriend. You know, I'm glad to have a friend like you. And he said that she got up, and she wasn't wearing no panties under her skirt. Like, they was like sitting outside, like how we sit in kind of
real deal.
Real deal. And she gonna get up. She done did it like the little way where you roll over, get up.
We call that the hook aside spot.
And she went over to like a secluded corner. This the weightlifting room, so you got the weights, the little rackets, the benches, and the little gym area. Yeah, so she gonna go over there, take a sip of the water. Extra bent over, tooting it up. That's what he told me, because I said, boy, you better not leave out not a single detail. I was not playing.
But then Spirit said you can't talk to him so harsh to Maya.
Yes, this was at first before I heard that. I was so tired of so many accusations coming from him that I said, I'm trusting you now, because every accusation was eventually proved false.
Okay, good.
So,
right. Your ass won't come here.
So I'm like, you don't play with me. There's too many accusations now. I'm starting to think that these true. They keep getting proved false. I hope they keep getting proved false. But anyways, he telling me that after she started all that, he done left and he just never told me, because I was very, very jealous up until then. He ain't gonna tell me nothing. I am not jealous anymore. I don't mind.
Okay. I'm sick of talking about skinny arm shit. That nigga dating my baby. Tell me some spiritual shit that I could be like, I love my baby, she's spiritual. Not, oh, he was talking to some girl with no panties on doing a motherfucking widow woman move.
Oh my God. Okay, so.
That's too funny. I got kids, man.
So this happened earlier, and while he was on doing a little premiere live thing or whatever, I was like looking on his shelf and I seen these primal cards or whatever, primordial, and they just intrigued me. I'm like, hey, what this is?
I can't
What this
stand them
is?
cards.
And I
Listen.
picked it up,
Ooh.
and I picked 3 of the cards. I and I can't even find them no more. I done completely forgot. But I picked 3 of the cards, and basically, it just says something about my mama and all that stuff. And I'm like, dang, this is nice. Because at first I was reading the OG definitions, like straight from the little book. And I'm like, oh, so this what it means. What does that mean? How does that connect? So I was basically just clueless. But like, it was so like cool because I felt drawn to the box of cards. I could have chose any other box. He got angel decks or whatever that blue deck is over there, all that. But I specifically chose this one, and it's like, oh my god! And it's just the art on them is so weird.
Listen. So now, if you're gonna, so now, I want you to tell them. Now, you like those crazy primal cards, but since the cards that you pulled, I want you to like really let them know. Give them a little bit dynamic of your mother, a
Uh,
little bit dynamic, and then I'll explain what the cards meant that you pulled because I can remember them.
all right. So the dynamic between me and my mother in general, she's like she's like the kind of over exaggerating mother. Like if you do something once, like no. Here's one example. I would walk around the house in shorts because I'm a girl. So I'm just walking around shorts, little tank top, little nightshirt or whatever. So I'm like, all right. I'm thinking this is cool because I do it over here. I mostly stay in my room or stay in the house. They wasn't like short shorts. They wasn't all up in there. But they were short enough that I didn't have to deal with the heat. So I got little shorts and I'm walking around and she like, why you walking around like that? I'm like what? Like a little slut. I'm like, oh, I'm just cold. And she gonna start blaming me because her boyfriend was like, what you call it? Apparently, like took the tiniest glance at me, like, and then just like looked away because my mom said, "What you wearing?" And he was like, "That's it." And so that's like one of them of her behavior. Um, what's another one? Because there's one that actually like captivates her behavior. Oh God! Back when I was younger. Now, when I was younger, I didn't know my siblings like that. I didn't go see them until I was like in what, second grade maybe? And I would go over there for the summer. And me being raised by my dad, I was kind of like, I'm not going to say different, but I was. While they was into going outside, rambunctious, doing little TikToks, music leads, dub smashes, I was worried about drawing, just sitting in the couch. And I was very sensitive then because I never used to get picked on down here. If they picked on me, my dad would take care of it because I'm the only girl and the youngest. Sweet life. But but what you call it? Anyways, my siblings would always bully me for it. They like, oh, you're so weird. We don't want you here. They leave. I would try and go with them, cause my mom wanted me to go with my older sister, and I had to go with them. So I would walk with them, and they would start walking faster or start sprinting, and I didn't know my way around the apartment. So I'm over here trying to catch up to them. Like, where y'all go? Where'd y'all go? And eventually the street lights turn on. Now we have to be in that house before the street lights turn on, because it was not a good apartment. So I'm over here, and my older sister come out looking for me, and I'm still in the house crying. And my mama like, "Why are you crying? Why are you crying?" She ain't say it like, "Oh, why are you crying, baby?" No, she said, "Why is you crying?" And I'm like, "They left me." And bro, when I tell you my older sisters, every one of my siblings gaslit me. They're like, no, we did not. You wanted to be grown and you was walking too slow. And I'm like, no. But yeah, and then I start crying again because they all jumping on me, accusing me. And my mama like, oh my God, stop being a crybaby, Zamaya. And whenever they would do things like mess up my art notebook, I would be working on a drawing and they take it from me, put it in the sink, and they would wet it. And you know how pencil markings,
That's some
ink.
vicious little bitches.
Yeah, pencil markings and ink. I couldn't dry it off and let it go. No, it started leaking all over the paper. Oh, yep. Started leaking all over the paper. And it was just like, oh my God. So I started crying and I tried telling my mama. Because that was around the time where being over there, I'm like, if y'all keep messing with me, I'm, oh. But over there, I'm one of the older siblings. I couldn't do nothing to them. So I'm like, they put my notebook, they did this. And my mom was like, oh my God, stop being a crybaby. And to this day, she denies that she did anything ever wrong to me or she never was on my side. So that's about a deep dive ish
So
into
now,
how my mom is.
so now the cards that you pulled tonight that gravitated you towards those horrible cards.
These.
So show them the cards and show them the meaning, because I want them to understand like how your spirit is
So
enacting.
these three cards. The first one he explained was this one. It said that whatchamacallit, I'm letting go of past regrets or past problems that I had. Kind of like the water, like eroding the rocks, making it like a bigger way for the water to come through. Oh, royal blue she is. But, and then, so I'm getting rid of problems. I'm like, oh, wait, what? Only problems I had was my mom. And then he explains the second one. I think this one was I was trying to find peace in my situation or
No,
peace.
yeah, you see you show them,
Oh,
and you pointed out the face, and then the scolding, how somebody is judging you and all that stuff, and it's just looking down at the person, and I kind of told you when I was sitting at the table reading the cards that due to your mother hurting you in the situation with you and your mother, y'all having that issue between y'all, that you were letting go of the peace in that. You were trying to like get rid of the peace and stuff. But the one card that really stressed me out was the last card, and that
this one.
shocked me when you admitted it.
It apparently the card said that if she were to try anything with me again, if she were to interact with me again, that I was gonna hurt her. And I admitted that I might end up doing that because when I was staying with her for a minute, every time she would do something that I knew I shouldn't have gotten in trouble for. Like, yeah, I was being bad, but there were certain things that didn't deserve the punishment that she gave me. I like maybe talked to a boy on the phone too long. Who you talking to? You always trying to be a slut. You always trying to be hard. You trying to be fast. And I'm like, what did I do? What's the reason for this? And it's like after a while, she would do this to all of my siblings. And after a while, I'm like, oh, give her a chance. Give her a chance. She's trying. She had a messed up childhood. It's okay. She's just trying. It's okay. And it was not okay because it did nothing. And after a while, and my siblings noticed this too, after a while, I said, I'm done trying. I'm not finna do this no more. And that's when I finally gave up on the fact of trying to have a mother and trying to like build that good whatchamacallit connection with her. Because I knew that no matter what I did, she was still going to resent me. So this last card saying that if she tried anything else with me, I was going to hurt her. I had to admit to it because I've always thought of fighting her. Whenever she would do something to me, I always had the feeling that do this again. If she puts her hands on me, I was going to fight her back. But I didn't want to because I'm a respectful child. But I was going to put my hands on her eventually. Yeah.
Yeah. So just to say that was my issue with my mom, and I'm glad you shared that because that's to me that's like a generational curse thing, kid. That's a generational curse thing. Drama, drama. You look like your daddy when you cry. Don't you want to look like a cute
I
baby
look
girl?
ugly when I cry.
You should have fuck do. You should have fuck do, man. You. But listen, all that get better, sweetie. When you grow up and you learn the energies and stuff, and you got to learn that it's not those people. It's not your mom. It's the energies inside. It's the fact that they don't love each other. They didn't know. They didn't have nobody to help them address what they have to address, and you don't have to resort to violence. And when you pulled those cards tonight, and I saw that, that's why we had to have that talk. I see you trying to let a lot of it go, but that shit is still looming over you. But that card right there is what really bothered me. So never resort to violence with your mother. I know a lot of people fight their mothers and growing up, but she got to learn, sweetie. And don't let that judge you. And you're always going to have your daddy. You're always going to have grandmothers. You're always going to have a support system around you. But I don't ever want you to feel like you need to resort to violence against any parent or adult. But that's a generational curse that your daddy had. And I had to break it. It happens with Jay Shannon. Keep in mind, you guys was raised by your daddy for 20 some years. And I had the same problem with my mom. And it's common. A lot of people have a problem with their moms and their parents. And comes out. But I'm not going to let that happen to you. We're going to work through all this pain. You got to cry it out. And you're going to be a better person. So when you have your baby and you give me a grandkid, I can spoil it and send it home to you rotten. Oh yes, I can see it now. It's gonna eat all the candy y'all couldn't eat. I hope it ain't from Skinny Arm Jit. I really like that other Tristan that got punched in the jaw. But I lost respect for him when that boy hit him
and he sat down.
And he didn't fight back. That boy rocked his ass. That boy rocked him and he just sat. Bitch, get away from my baby.
It's the fact that you could see him picking up the pencil to continue working too. Yeah.
Motherfucker. But hey, I was so glad when you dumped him. And I really liked that boy. But
I didn't dump him. He broke up with me.
He better shit. I was judging him. That boy hit him so hard. And he just said, bitch, I'm going to throw a book.
Can't have a skinny arm baby. Oh my God.
I'm throwing a book.
Right, Serena. Never liked skinny tea.
I throw a book at his ass.
Wait, no. Oh, light skin. Oh my God, I'm dyslexic. But yes. He was good or whatever, but he was too childish. He was dealing with too much at the time.
His mama was motherfucking crazy.
Oh my God, she got banned from every single social media. Like, what you gotta do to get banned from everything? Twitter, Facebook, Insta, Snapchat.
How the fuck you so bitter that the Lord flipped your car over and nobody else hit you? You driving up the road in the big jet. And nobody ran her over. The car just flipped, man. That's Jesus.
Man, we gotta shut you up, boy.
That lady was horrible, man. Yeah. That boy, he lived with that woman still.
Right. He was too nice. He was hiding some. Had to be.
Oh, boy. How the fuck a car flip over without no wind pressure, no barometric jumps, no ambulance running into you? That bitch just lifted up and rolled. I ain't laughing at the woman and shit. But
right. It's just, dang.
That's evil, man. But yeah. So Baby Baron is very spiritual and an empath. Now, before I let you go, because I want you to tell them what you did, because you impressed me. I'm going to just admit it. You impressed me today. Yesterday. When I was telling you when you came to my room in the morning time when I was getting ready, and I was telling you about my childhood, about the school, and the girl, Barbara, And what made me laugh, everybody, I was telling her, and because this is the type of conversations I think a father should have with his daughter, where we can talk about my childhood past, and it's a story she'll learn about her childhood past. And she set up, and I was just telling her about how the time my mother kind of whooped my ass, then kind of beat me.
Didn't kind of
Beat me and then put me on punishment for 2 fucking weeks, and I was on punishment for so long she forgot I was in the goddamn room. And she was like, "Oh, I thought you was at your daddy's house. Like, you sent me in the room 2 fucking weeks ago, lady." But 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 the crazy part about it, so I was just she came in the room. She always come in my room early in the morning, and we was talking, and I was reliving the time where I think I was in like the fifth grade, and there was this girl, this little white girl at my school, Ivy Lane Elementary, and she had a skin disease. We didn't know what it was back then. It's autoimmune psoriasis now, but she had the skin disease. So all the kids in school, they was afraid to sit next to her. So the teacher was like, "Who's gonna sit next to her?" And I said, "Well, because everybody was laughing, making fun. So I took the bullet. I didn't have no fear about it. So I say I'll sit next to her. So for like the whole lunch year, I'm sitting at the table with the lady, with the little girl and things like that. I mean, she didn't talk to me. I didn't talk to her. It just was like sitting there, making her feel comfortable. I was a good kid. So the little girl ended up uh, unaliving herself. Right before she went to middle school. And so they did a memorial service for her, and they gave me an award for being like a good friend to this little girl. And what I didn't understand, and this is where me and my daughter was talking, I didn't understand why my mom decided to beat me. I went home with the award because they called me on stage. She was there, and they gave me like $50, $100 in cash, and they gave me a plaque and award, whatever. And instead of my mom being proud of me, she took the money and she beat me for sitting next to the girl, and she was like, "You could have caught something from that girl." And I'm like, "What?"
That's the thing you get out of it. Not she killed herself, no nothing.
Yeah, not that she killed herself, not that I did a good service. You could have caught that shit and brought it in my house, and I mean it went and and I got put on punishment for 2 fucking weeks, man. And it's like, but I say that to say this, that type of energy, it passes down, and I really do believe in my heart that my baby girl inherit that curse from me, that where the mother can't deal with whatever, dislike the child, and it's with all my kids, and I raised them all for 20 years. They're grown men now, military, and they got their own careers. But why is all these women angry with the kid like my mom was angry with me? And I think that's a generational curse, and that's something I've been trying to break. And I thought I could break it with baby girl here, and it seemed to bubble up on her end too. So moving forward, it won't happen to the grandbaby. We gonna break that thing.
Dang.
Yeah, that was a hard thing, man.
I'm so sorry. I know it hurt you, but like looking back on it now, in a more like comical lens, it's like out of everything you done did, that's the only thing. And you was probably in your room like,
Yeah,
what did I do?
yeah,
And you gonna take my money too?
yeah. You took the $100. I was gonna go to Magic Fry and buy me a 2-piece
Magic.
chicken. Yeah, you don't know nothing about Magic. You ain't old enough for Magic Fry. I'm gonna buy me a 2-piece chicken, a Mountain Dew, and some Funyuns. Baby, I was finna chill. I was gonna eat that shit the whole summer.
Right, you all happy. Then you get home, you could have got something.
Yeah. It's sad, man, and a lot of older women, I think they do that. They rough on the child for whatever reason, I don't know, But I can say, y'all, my baby girl is pretty good. I mean, she's 16. She gonna do what 16-year-old kids do if you left and leave them to their own devices. But to want to fight a baby girl, to want to beat them and punish them and insult them, it's not right. It's not good. Just not right. Lacey, stop fighting her. She hitting you?
No, I hit her.
Oh. But yeah, so I think that's one of the reasons my baby girl is so empathic, and she'll cry at any story that you're telling. If you tell her a story where you're going through your pain, she's crying for you. Now, people, with that being said, there's a lot of children out here who don't have role models and parents and people to talk to that can allow them to be themselves and cry it out. Thank God my baby girl got me in another support system around her. But it's a lot of kids out there, man, that just need a good damn cry. That need to know that they can feel and not carry that shit, man. Cause I didn't get to cry. I'm afraid to cry now, but it is what it is. But you gonna be okay, flathead.
Fuck, I got your head.
You really don't.
Yes, I do.
I got a perfectly round head. That bitch like somebody said a grapefruit on my neck. I got a beautiful fucking head. I'm telling you,
All right.
telling you I'm so beautiful. Screaming, ah, ah, why they like me? you got my curse, girl. You got to take the good with the bad. Yeah. Don't look at my shirt. You didn't want one. Don't leave that table alone. Stop fucking with electronics. I got this table set just right for the camera. I ain't you now. I gotta adjust it again. Stop. All right, I'm getting rid of your ass because you fucking up the studio. You adjusting stuff.
No.
You want to say an outro to the people and thank them for listening to you? Look at Lacey sprout up over the magic carpet. Cocked up, booted up. She gonna bite you. So you can say your outro. I'm Baby Ballerina. You can say your real name and say what they call Candle or some shit.
Candle.
What's your remember when you were Candle?
I was not Candle.
What's your name? What's your street name? Candle.
Oh my God.
Say your outro. Get used to it.
I am Zamaya, and I don't even know what I did. I'm gonna just call this a talk, and I'm gonna resign from this talk. Finna go finish my finna go finish my little project, and
This project.
yes, my crochet project.
Oh. I thought these were toenail clippers. They are not.
I hope you ain't use them.
I tried to, but it cut my cuticle. These are not toenail clippers. I guess they crochet clippers.
Ew. But I'm gonna go finish my project, and thank you all for being so supportive. Now I'm gonna shimmy the leg.
It did make a difference. They still saw your ass. You got butt juice on my chair, dog. You can never fucking see it. You gotta get your...
It's condensation. I'm too
Get
thick.
the fuck out of here.
Dad, I'm too thick.
Don't use words like that around me.
Oh my God.
Condensation from ass, sweat. Get out of here, man.
I mean,
I don't want it. I done said it and fuck shit now. Bother my head. It's condensation. Listen, man. Condensation.
It's the heat.
What the hell you learn a word like condensation? I'm gonna Google what the fuck that mean. It better not be no dumb stuff.
No, you know how you get a little like water fog on your car windows when it's cold out?
Yeah.
That. From the heat on the inside and all that stuff and the cold on the outside or whatever. Just heat. And
I'm gonna Google it. I don't trust you. I'll figure it out.
God. Oh, Lacey.
Oh, it's sweat. They say it's, yeah, okay, I guess you're right. Cause baby, if you were saying some words I don't know, it's on. Everybody, That's baby. Don't mind these glasses. My eyes been hurting like a motherfucker, so I gotta put these bitches on to see it, y'all. Uh, yeah, she be doing science stuff. Everybody, that's my baby girl, and I just wanted you guys to share because she be in here picking up the tarot cards and she be laying them on the tarot board, and she just in her feelings and she cries a lot and she talks to me about a lot of pains problems she be having and stuff, and if I could change it I would, and having these apocalyptic dreams and stuff, if I could change it I would, but it's like we have these generational curses that's on us, and I know she inherited from. I know I really do feel she inherited that thing from me. I really do believe she inherited from me, and I wish my mom would have treated me right, you know, and I wish my boy's mom would have treated them right, and I always wanted her mom to treat her right, but I guess that wasn't in the cards for her. But she's healing pretty good. I'm not gonna let her resort to violence when it come down to it. And that's it. She a little boy fucking crazy. She a little boy crazy. She love that little thin arm little boy. His watch be on his arm, he go all the way down here. Poor fella. But she crazy about him, and I let her talk to him on the phone. They're a good little distance away. And her mother kind of guilt her into, oh, you too grown, you too fast, you shouldn't have a boyfriend. And I'm like, time's moving fast. I'm like, you left home at 14, you had one. So why the hell, why can't she have a little phone conversation with a dude? You gotta let kids be free, and when they grow up and they know that they got a support system, that's good. And people, just if you can, moms, try to support your sons and your kids. If you feel like you're having an attitude, public service announcement. If you feel like you're having an attitude or you're angry with them, I mean, laugh it out. Just try to look for it. Try to see where you going wrong in it, because that should affect these kids. That baby, that baby was body shamed while she was up there with her mama. Came back 15 pounds heavier, and she been back home with me for about 4 weeks. And I only let her go up there for 8 months out of her whole damn life, and she came back here 4 weeks. She done lost 15 damn pounds. Proper diet, letting her walk with me, exercise with me, you know, preparing the proper food for her to eat, that type of shit. Versus saying, oh, she done got fat. I was so angry when I went up there and got her, and her mom was just yelling at her like that. She just sit around and eat. She done got too fat, and it pissed me off, man. But y'all just be nicer to the kids. Just try to respect them. They growing up. Y'all did bad shit. I did bad shit. Just try to respect them. But she is a little empath. She cries about stories she sees on TV. She'll see somebody get hurt on TV. She'll be crying like, why did that have to happen to that person? And I'm a old hard ass. I'm like, it ain't you, so why you worried about it? But he lost his mother, or the dog didn't make it to heaven. And I'm like, man, fuck that dog. We got a cat. And she just so empathic, and just by me telling her my story of my childhood, she'll sit in the room and cry with me all morning. To the point I'll break this cry shit up, man. Cause if you cry, I'm gonna cry. We both ugly when we cry. But yeah, generational curses, people. That's my generational curse from my passed down from my mom to my kids. All five, all six of them. I'm gonna break it when she have a baby. I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna make sure that baby's loved. So yeah, that's just it. I just wanted to share that with you. She always in here reading the comments. She always in here basically, what you doing? And she took over the computer tonight, so I told her I put her ass on. So she went on. I bet she won't steal no money from no altar no more. She don't fuck with them altars no more. She won't give him water. She won't burn a candle. She won't mess with them. But look how all them entities sitting next to her. She be like, they in here on the couch with me. And she come in my room, who's Oshun? Who's Obatala? What blew my mind when she talking about who's Choicey? I'm like, don't nobody know who the fuck Choicey is off real. And she asking about it, so is she like, oh, he's sitting on the chair, or he in the kitchen next to the refrigerator or some shit like that? And I'm like, well, let him be there. Oh, when I tell her my stomach bubbling, I just like that dude off TikTok. Oh, my stomach bubbling. So that's our code thing. When she be watching TV, I just run in there and be like, my stomach bubbling. And she go to laugh. And that's our little inside joke, people. So if you ever hear me just yell out that, that's because she just walked in the room. uh, hey, Awati. That's a cool name. Arati. Wah. Long time. Everybody, I'm finna let y'all go. I ain't know it was 11:34. Royal Blue, elbow in the head. Savina Steele, jump back and kiss yourself. Everybody, I'm harassing people. My baby girl, she in a good mood. She cleaning up the kitchen out here. Dishes. Why they throw away spoons? I can't find no spoons. I had to open another pack of spoons. Fucking kids. I'm finna let y'all go. Move, Lacey. I'm gonna let y'all go. Hey, everybody, thank you guys for tuning in for my baby. Thank you guys for being so considerate. Give her a little bit of your time and energy. Let her get her little, get a little hearts out, and the sharing in her pain, and the support you guys give her. I appreciate that. Love you guys so much for that. I mean, that's all I got, people. I'm just gonna be 100. The boys are grown now, and that's the last one. That's all I got, and I'm gonna spend as much time with her, do as much as I can with her, show her that her support system is never going nowhere. God gonna have to take me out, and then I may just make a deal with his ass to come back in life, just so I could be with her. If I can do it, I will. So that's how I'm feeling about that girl in there, and can't thank you guys enough, man. This is why I appreciate you guys. Can't thank you guys enough. All right, everybody. I am the Baron. That was Baby Baron Zamaya. Telling you guys to trust you in the universe, because at the end of the day, that's all you got. Thank you, thank you, thank you again. Thank you so much, and God bless you all, man. I really do appreciate that. She's smiling from ear to ear. Thank you all. Have a great one.